Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. Welcome back, my wise followers. You'll know what the video's about, and based on the title, feeling bad about your body image. And again, to those of you who are new here, my name is Nicholas, and I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, and all manner of spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, please subscribe, join this amazing community, and click the bell icon so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. And today so let's get into it, body image. So there's a lot of men and women who feel bad about their body. You know, they don't feel, and there's nothing wrong with their body. So we'll start with women. Now, a lot of women have a lot of trauma and psychological trauma because if you look back far in history, it's been a man's world for many years. There are some societies where women were respected, women were just as important as men, but for the most part, in a lot of societies, women were just told you're not allowed to vote, you're not allowed to say, and you're just to stand there and look pretty and, get married, have children, which is wrong. You know, women should have a say, women should think. And the Western world, women fought for their freedom, and a lot of women have a lot of rights that they deserve. There's still work to be done for women though. And then further afield, there's a lot of women who are suppressed. And again, in the Western world, a lot of women are being oppressed themselves because they feel like, oh, if I do my hair this way, if I make my face look this way, and a lot of women, they feel like if they get a bigger bust, but they'll get the right type of partner, that they feel this need to make themselves look sexy or look attractive when they're already attractive, and they were born beautiful and amazing. They were born with no physical formalities, but because of watching TV, society, they idolize celebrities and other people, and they go, oh, I want to look like that person, this person. Be yourself. You who you are is an amazing and wonderful person, and you don't have to change. And if you're going to change yourself, it should be for you, for your own mental health and physical and emotional health, not to fit into a wee box, to fit into society. And a lot of women, they feel like they have to go for a surgery, or when it comes to women and their bust, some women feel like, oh, there's nothing wrong with their physical bust, but they feel if I get a bigger bust, then I'll attract more men, or more men will be into me. There's some truth in that, but you're going to attract the wrong type of partners, you know, the wrong type of men, because there's a fine line. Like, of course, in relationships, sex does come into it, intimacy comes into it, but there's a fine line between sex and love. There's a fine line there, you know. And a lot of women, they feel if they change their appearance, they'll be attractive to a lot of men. But yes, you probably will be if you go for that surgery, look a certain way. But the men you attract will not be the right type of men. They'll only be looking at you for the one type of thing, you know. And then it's the same with men. A lot of men are afraid to show their real emotions, cry, be them real selves. They feel that they've got to have muscles, be strong, be a certain way. But in truth, again, being ignorant, a lot of men feel if they're ignorant, disrespectful, and act like the big I am, that's going to attract women. But no. And again, people should not be trying to fit themselves into stereotypes or boxes, because you weren't born in a box, you were born free. And then when it comes to losing weight, it's like a trend right now. There's people that don't need to lose weight. You know, like, they don't need to lose weight. There's nothing actually wrong with their body. They might eat some cakes, chocolates, whatever, treat themselves, but they have a healthy BMI. And then there are people though that do have maybe a big belly. They're a bit, men and women, but on a bigger side. But these people don't need judgment or to be laughed at. They need love acceptance and understanding, because again, people can have food addictions, and a lot of people will overeat. That to overindulge in anything is unhealthy, and people who do that, this overeating, it's to fill a void and emptiness inside. And when people have got that void, that emptiness, they try and fill it with bad habits, with addictions, which help there and then for like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. More often than not, that it fills a void for like 24 hours, depending on what the habit, the addiction is. But the best thing to fill that void with is self-love. And there's some people that barely eat, they hardly eat, and they're quite anorexic. They're quite anorexic, or they've got really a bad figure. Okay? But you see, the intention in society shouldn't be to lose weight, and it shouldn't be to gain weight. Because some people, they do it, they're very skinny and they need to put on. The intention should be to get healthy, to be healthy. And the intention should be like, if you're a man or woman that does have an unhealthy BMI, and you're a bit on the bigger side, then the intention should be to get healthy. And with diets, the problem with diets is you could start a diet which is a way of eating. This is the problem with losing weight. People could start eating a certain way, and then they stop eating that certain way, and they start overindulging and things, and then they start putting the weight back on, and then it's a vicious cycle. It's the same with people that try and put on weight, they start eating, then they fall off the bandwagon and back into a vicious cycle. Because the intention should be to go, a good ritual you can do is anointing yourself. So you could take some lovely olive oil and dip some rose or lavender essential into it, and you could anoint your hair and go, I've got beautiful hair, a beautiful head, a beautiful face, neck. And as you anoint your body, you can say beautiful affirmations, and that's a ritual that will help you accept yourself, and work on self-love. Because a lot of people, they have beautiful bodies, there's nothing wrong with their body, but everyone should focus on not losing weight, not putting weight on. Everyone should focus on getting healthy. So part of loving yourself is going, right, what can I do today for my mental health? What can I do that's also going to benefit my mental, emotional and physical health? And eating, to me, when it comes to eating, it shouldn't be a diet. Everyone should find a way of eating what works for them and is healthy for them. Because a healthy diet includes fruit, vegetables, and really a bit of everything. Some people, they may just stick to a plant-based diet, and that's absolutely fine. And if that works for an individual, that individual should do it. Because a big part of self-love is realising you are an individual, and to honour your individual body, to honour your individual self, and to take your power, your sovereignty back, and realise that you're in control of your life, and not to let people, habits and external things control you. And a lot of people, they end up with being very skinny, or they end up having a lot of too much weight on, because they try to fit in a stereotype, they don't love themselves, and self-hatred leads you down a dark path with so many problems. It really does. And the way to get out of that dark place of problems is self-love. And it's not a miracle cure, it's something you have to work on every day. And people should go, right, people should be asking themselves every day, what can I eat that's going to make me feel like $1 million? And like, if you start your morning with fruit, some people might do inner fasting, which is having no breakfast, and then they eat later on in the day, that's fine. But it's asking yourself those questions. What could I do today? What foods could I eat today that are going to make me feel like $1 million? What types of exercise would I like to include into my life? Now, exercise could be walking in nature, it could be going to a gym, it could be swimming, it could be yoga, it could be dancing. Because exercise is good for your aura, it's good for your chakras. Because when we exercise, it's simply moving the physical body, and as we exercise, we release endorphins, and exercise is good for your mental, emotional and physical health as well. And to me, we need to shift our consciousness. It shouldn't be, oh, well, such and such a person has got a weight problem, so they should lose weight, or such and such a person is very skinny, they need to put on a few pounds for their own. That's not the way to go forward. And that's what I feel we need to change that. People need to learn to love and accept their body. And I think we need to see food as medicine and ask ourselves, if I eat that, is it going to make me feel good? Is it going to make me feel like $1 million? Or is it going to make me feel bad and worse? You know, it's asking yourself, what could I eat? And living in the present moment is always good. Because in many ways you only have today, and you should enjoy each day as it comes and make the most of it, and focus on the here and now. And that's my message in this video, is what we should focus on: getting healthy, not losing weight, not putting weight on. The intention should be, how can I be healthy? What foods am I going to eat today? And we should look at food, because our ancestors looked at food as medicine. And essentially, a lot of the fruit, the vegetables we eat and include in our diet, have got so many vitamins, nutrients, are very good for us. And we should all be include more fruit and veg into our diet anyway. And essentially, food is medicine, because even a lot of herbs we cook with have got medicinal properties. We can add that to our food. And essentially, a lot of us, we look for the universe, source, God. God gives you all the medicine you need. The medicine you need is the food. It's herbs. You know, every plant in nature, not all plants, but there's so many medicinal plants out there that are good for your body. And before I end this video, that is just my message. That nature has provided us with all the medicine we need. And as we change our way of thinking, the reason why so many people, their health is out of balance, because they're not taking care of their mental, emotional health. And the mind is a key, a door to so many things. Your mind can either be your friend or your enemy. And we'll talk about that. How can your mind best serve you in a later video. And the message in this video is always, when you learn to love yourself, you focus on becoming healthy. And everyone in society shouldn't be they should love their body the way they are, and they should focus on changing it, not to fit into a box, but for themselves. And everyone should focus on getting healthy. That should be their intention. And live your life free, because you were born free. So be free and take your power and sovereignty back. However, until next time, may part, meet again. Blessed be. Have a great day, and always ask yourself questions, and always think for yourself as well. And above all else, always listen to your intuition. Have a great and amazing day. May part, meet again. Blessed be.